Hi, I'm Mr. Mullaney. This is a lesson recap of our lesson on the world of the West Africans. We'll start with a map of modern-day Africa. This is a political map with country boundaries drawn over it. North of Africa is the Mediterranean Sea and Europe. To the northeast is the area we call the Middle East. Three vegetation regions in Europe, in Africa, very different than Europe. Your rainforests, your savanna and northern grasslands, and some very, very dry, arid desert. When we talk about these societies in Africa at this time and the time before and during exploration, we have cultures that are organized along kinship lines. This is called lineage, where different families can trace their ancestors and trace their history back to one common ancestor. It's a little similar to what you see in Native American society at this time. And then we get land. Very different views between the Europeans and Africans about land. In Africa, land was much more plentiful. So if you go back to that map we showed you, much bigger continent than Europe, so land is less valuable and labor is more valuable. In Europe, land is scarce, land is more valuable than labor. And we talk about different views of slavery. In West Africa, there was slavery, and they came in different ways: captives, criminals, rival groups that had been defeated. But slaves become adopted members of kinship groups that enslave them, and they carry out a variety of roles, not just hard labor. They might be clerks or something like that, not just the hard labor that we associate with slavery today. Europeans, there we go, they demanded more of their slaves and used them more in a hard labor sense. And that is a quick recap of our brief lesson on West Africa in the time and the beginnings of colonization of North America.